Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's Barnes, it's Tony, it's Friday, and it's Rangers game day, baby.
Let's go, Barney boy.
The time has come. Barnes makes his Rangers MSG debut, and who better to guide me there than the man himself, Tony.
Dude, I am so freaking pumped for tonight.
I can't believe it. We've been talking about it for so long, and just what a pick segment. Unbelievable. 94 picks, and we end up getting separated by 2 games. We both finished out strong last night, 4-1.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
just it still is just crazy. I know we've said it a million times. It's like end up saying the NFL season's going quick, but it's like that many picks to be that close. I mean, wouldn't you have thought it would have been at least 10 games difference?
Honestly,
one way or
yeah.
the other.
Especially towards the end. You know, maybe we started out going even, whatever. But I would expect some type of discrepancy, like some big lead. Like the biggest lead was only 4 games.
And you know what it is? Neither of us had those nights where it's 0-4,
right.
0-3. If we did, maybe once out of 2 months worth of picks,
maybe.
So
we're good at making picks, dude.
Yeah, good at making picks. I guess you're a little better, but congratulations, Tony.
Thank you.
You earned it.
I try.
Now thinking about this, we were talking about the next pick segment we're gonna do, for a baseball game this season.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. This might be a little crazy, but what are you thinking about just before we start? Because we still got, I guess, Thursday's opening day, but up until then, including NHL picks, and then we'll set a date, but we'll go till whenever, 2 months or whatever, baseball picks.
Yeah, sounds good. So you want to overflow the hockey picks?
We're resetting today.
Yeah.
And
so we do hockey until the end of the season, plus baseball until whenever we want to go to a game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right.
So now we are our bet. We said the winner gets to choose the game.
Well, basically, what it's going to be, obviously, is we're either going to Citi Field, or we're going to Yankee Stadium,
right?
And then whatever game, but obviously, making sure everybody can go, but the venue will be secured. Whoever wins.
Dude.
So what are we thinking? Let's see, April 2nd. So do we want to just go? Do we go a month and a half? What do you? How long do you think we should do?
Well, I mean, you want to get to the game pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
So do you want to go from April 7th to May 7th?
Yeah,
perfect. Just a hard month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, plus obviously starting today with the hockey.
Right, the hockey. Yeah.
So same thing, April 7th, whatever day that is.
Yeah.
Whoever's ahead. I mean, May 7th, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like a plan, man.
Yeah.
So pump for that. Pump for the game tonight. We got to talk about the Final Four, but before we get to that, big news today out of New York. DeGrom MRI this morning. I guess they did announce very unlikely to start opening day.
Right.
What the hell's going on here?
I don't know, dude. I'm thinking multiple things. First thing that comes to mind is that it's still the same issue from last season, which is his elbow, right? And of course, you just because the elbow is still the problem, shoulder's compensating for the elbow, shoulder now kind of hurts and is sore. So it should be pretty interesting to see what happens. Obviously, pretty distraught, dude. I mean, when you think about it, DeGrom's health was, a question mark coming into the season. He was been looking good throughout spring training and everything. And, of course, it's a little discerning. We're starting up with an injury with DeGrom before the season even starts. Not going to be up for opening day. That's not good at all.
And I mean, I don't know if they just are just kind of rushing it, but I was listening to Tiki and Tierney on the Fan, and they were saying they expected the MRI results by 11, and it's 140. Does that concern you at all? Because I guess he went it at 9:30.
Right. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't concern me because in my eyes, there's something definitely wrong. Obviously, right. So, it's not like it'd be one thing if we get the results. It's MRI, totally fine. We got the results. I don't think that's really a possibility. Something is wrong with him. Whether or not they figured it out yet is of course a question mark. But I would imagine that they're going through some further assessments in terms of, what is wrong, how to fix it, when can he play? How much can he throw right now, sort of deal. So I'm not surprised we haven't heard nothing yet. Like I said, I know that there's something definitely wrong. So they're just assessing.
Straight from the horse's mouth, your quote unquote favorite, baseball reporter, John Heyman, an hour ago, no word on DeGrom yet, but with shoulder tightness reported this close to the season, the belief is he is unlikely to start the Mets opener, followed up by Mike Puma. Buck Showalter with no update on DeGrom.
Right.
Says he has begun formulating contingency plans for the opener with Max Scherzer in position to move up his rotation if needed. I mean, Max Scherzer, you could tell an hour before the game he has to start with. He had no idea. It doesn't matter. He's taking the ball. He's ready to go.
Absolutely. Yeah. It is nice to kind of have like, oh no, DeGrom's out, but wait, like Scherzer's going to be in a spot. Like it's not, it's nice to have that, but I mean, there's still a level of concernment and worry on my face right now.
And then to top it off, I feel like this would really agree. I thought of you right away when I was listening to the fan earlier. They were one of the guys, Brandon Tierney is his name. You familiar with him at all or no? Heard the name? BT, they call him.
Oh.
Works for, they used to have a national show on CBS Sports Network, but he was like doing the like two sides of his mouth. And he was basically insinuating the fact that it's DeGrom, like not wanting to like pitch through a little soreness and he's being too tentative, but then he's saying that he's not like competitive enough to go and like kind of going back and forth. But like, I mean, a lot of people were calling and be like, what are you talking about? It's definitely like something's really bothering him. And I'm imagining that's your mindset on this. It's not that he's being too tentative or too cautious because he's approaching free agency, being that he said he would opt out.
Yeah. I mean, like, what is he talking about? I mean, like, talk about competitiveness. I mean, he's back-to-back Cy Young Award-winning pitcher. Like, not to mention, I mean, you can just see his self-assessment. He'll have a great outing, but maybe have a bad inning, and then he's pissed off about the bad. Like, he knows, like, he wants to be perfect. Like, he is competitive. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. The man wants to play. He wants to pitch. That is just a ridiculous take, Barnes.
I mean, one thing though I would agree with, because they were going, which is just crazy. So it's like age 27, 33, average fastball velocity has gone up every year, and like they're kind of pointing to that he's just got to push it so hard. And that's, I know we've kind of talked about this before, but I mean, I think it would be very beneficial for him to just kind of slow everything down and really only reach back when he needs it in a crucial situation instead of trying to go first inning 100.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's kind of tough, obviously, that those first pitch fastballs are his thing,
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna have to kind of, come to terms with the fact that, maybe it's not a great idea to do that, because obviously, like, I mean, that's got to be the issue in terms of why he's getting injured is because he just yams the ball all the time. It's fastball is predominant pitch, So,
well, and they said from 2020 to 2021 up 13% on usage with the fastball as well.
There you go. I mean, obviously, it works, which is why he's using it. But like I said, he's going to have to come to terms with that, because I think that is a possibility as to why he's getting injured. And, he's been through Tommy John, like he's been injured before, and, he's supposed to be your ace pitcher. He needs to be healthy. This is really what it comes down to. Bottom line. So you have to do whatever you need to do in order to get to being healthy, to being able to start, the whole season, to be able to pitch with us. And I'm confident that, whether it's ego or just, just can't come to terms with the fact that maybe your body's breaking down a little bit as he's kind of getting older. I mean, he's got pitches in his arsenal. Like, he's got a slider that's just absolutely ridiculous. Like he can kind of, mix up his pitches more. I guess it's just a matter of maybe the pitching staff telling him this, be like, hey man, like, you got to slow it down a little bit.
Well, and just the fact, that he thinks what as good of his other stuff is, like you mentioned, I know it's drastic, like miles per hour difference, but it's like him throwing 95, he could be just as effective. So it's like, just, I get it, but it's like at the same time, it's like, I hope that he figures this out and gets it together. The other, noteworthy news that came out, we talked about it quickly before the show. AJ Pollack, the outfielder from the Dodgers, going to the White Sox in exchange for Craig Kimbrell. So you would imagine he would probably slide into the closer role. I mean, they do have Blake Trinan, and obviously Kenley Jansen, did sign with the Braves. How do you rate this deal for both teams?
I would say Dodgers won a little bit, maybe. like you mentioned, Jansen kind of moving from the Dodgers. Although I wasn't very keen on him, he did do very well for the Dodgers. I would say, over the span of the season, we talked about when we talked about the, closers for Yankees and stuff like that. Like obviously, Jansen had some blown saves that definitely kind of, overshadowed some of his better performances out on the mound. So I think Kimbrel will be able to kind of fill that role in terms of what they lost with Jansen. And honestly, I think he's better. I know he's been kind of a little shaky and stuff and sometimes unreliable, but he's got more pitches. I think he has better talent. And I think, putting him on the team like the Dodgers, I think his level of play will rise for sure.
And then, AJ Pollack, a guy I always thought was overrated, but I did look last year. I mean, he did hit a career high 21 homers, 297. I know he's good in the field, but getting older, I think he's, around mid-30s, whatever the case may be. But I guess the White Sox needed somebody for the outfield. And I do think like there was a part of, Kimbrel, because he came over from Chicago, right? The Cubs, obviously.
The Cubs, yeah.
So, and I think there was a reason why he was so dominant with the Cubs. Then he goes to the White Sox and he's like in a different role, a role he's never pitched for in his whole career, going in the 8th inning because Liam Hendricks is one of the best closers of the game. Yeah. And I feel like that's why his ERA was like over 4 because he wasn't comfortable with it. And we saw how dominant he was first half of the season. I know he had some up and down years with the Red Sox prior, but I could see him, really just blowing people away. And I mean, I think it's easy to say, at least stuff-wise, just pure stuff-wise, you think about him replacing Kenley Jansen. I mean, I think his stuff's a lot better. I mean, he still throws like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, and Kenley Jansen had 2 pitches.
Right. And his fastball's what, 92?
Yeah.
So I think that is an upgrade. I mean, what a team the Dodgers have this year. So it'll be really fun to watch them. And then, the Mets right now down 3-0 against the Cardinals. Yankees scoreless with the Tigers as we approach opening day. So just pumped for baseball.
I'm excited for opening day, dude.
Dude, gonna be insane.
Mets and Yankees. Mets are at 1 o'clock, right?
Or no, Yankees are at 1 o'clock. Mets at 4:30.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's go. So just 6 days away at this point. So can't wait for that. And then obviously, this weekend we do have the Final Four. So we got 2 games. First one tips off 6:09. And this is from the Superdome, obviously, where the Saints play. Number 2 Villanova versus number 1 Kansas. Right now we have a 4-point line in favor of Kansas here. We know Villanova, the past 8-9 years has won 2 titles. So they've been there before. Under Bill Self, Kansas has been very good. The only title in 2008 against Memphis, which was Derrick Rose, on the side of Memphis there. And then, Mario Chalmers hitting the game winner, who went on to go play for the Heat. So we look at this, really, really strong seasons from both teams. It's just I've mentioned this before, and I know it's just convenient to just keep thinking that the same type of things happen, year in, year out. But I just look at this game, and the first thing I think of is Villanova in this spot versus Kansas in this spot. I mean, how do you go Kansas?
I don't know. I was thinking of going Kansas, to be honest. I think Nova's going to choke.
I mean, but Tony. I mean, Kansas has been the choke artist in this spot, not Villanova. That's why I bring it up.
I know, but I don't know. I feel like Kansas with their team, with their momentum right now, I feel like they're gonna like drop some jaws, dude.
Drop some jaws.
Your jaw specifically.
All right, so total 134, 4-point line. I mean, what's your prediction then?
134, huh? Give me Kansas, obviously. 73 to 67.
Okay. So Bill Self adding another trophy to his display case there. Getting a chance to, obviously, he advanced to the championship game. I look at this, and one other thing, and that aside, just that simple sentiment that, because obviously the cast of characters has changed for Villanova over the years as well as Kansas. But I just look at this and I think Abaji is great for Kansas. He's averaging almost 19 points a game, pretty high field goal percentage, approaching 50%. And then, you look at Villanova, they're led by Gillespie. I think it's his 6th year. All the experience, been in this spot many times. He's great. And then the fact that you have Samuels as well, he plays a big role for this team. I just feel like they're a little deeper. I mean, I know they have Wilson and Harris over on Kansas, but I just think they have this chemistry too. These guys have been playing together for a few years now. So that's why I really do lean Villanova. And I thought it was impressive, after finishing 2nd in the Big East regular season, they go on to win the conference tournament. And I really do just like what, you look at the rest of the team, Gillespie, 15.6 points per game, 90% at the line, 40% for 3-point range. And then you have the other guard, Justin Moore, 14.8 points per game. And, also, 35.6 percentage from 3-point range as well. Samuels, getting some rebounds for them at the forward spot, could shoot a little bit. And then, Daniels as well, the other guard, also, 37.7% from 3-point range, 10 points a game. So I just feel like they just have a bunch of guys who could score. They have a veteran leader. And I think, it's hard to argue that, especially with, Coach K retiring, that Jay Wright's not the best coach in America. So all of that being said, that's why I feel like it's going to be Villanova. And I do think this is going to be close. This isn't going to be a blowout by any means. Villanova, too, you look at all their games. I mean, very, very low scoring, especially last game against Houston, only 94 total points. They win 50-44. In Kansas, last game against Miami, they win by 26 after being down 6 at half, 76-50. So I do get it from that standpoint that, they did dominate them. The Providence game was close, and, they took care of Texas Southern in the first round. But like I said, I have a feeling it's going to be Villanova. I think it's going to be low scoring. I think it's going to be 60-55.
Wow.
And it could be a tie game with a couple of minutes left, but it's going to be Gillespie. It's going to be Samuels, and it's going to be Jay Wright getting his 3rd title at Villanova, a program that he's built. I think he's been coached there since 1999. I mean, just really an impressive run. So I do have Villanova advancing to the title game, and they are going to face the winner of the game everybody's talking about, the nightcap for the Final Four, as Michael says hello.
Oh, baby.
But is this it for Coach K?
Oh,
Duke
no.
versus North Carolina, the first time ever in the NCAA tournament. 8:49. We know it'll be Nance. It'll be Raftery. It'll be Grant Hill. And this is going to be a legendary game. Really, and obviously, last time these teams played, we did have North Carolina upset Duke in Cameron Indoor. Coach K's
when was that
finale there? And what's ironic, Tony? I know it's like a little different, but not really. So that was literally the day that I was at the Lakers game.
Oh.
And here we are. This is the next day.
Yeah.
We're going to Rangers games tonight. I don't know. Just something interesting there.
Mike says Duke, baby, all rigged.
Oh, yes. And jumping the gun slightly, Michael, but I do agree with your sentiment there. I just have this thing. Like, it's like, if it just seems like it's meant to be Coach K, as great as a coach he is, on the way out, winning one, would just be symmetrical. It would just make sense. Poetic justice, as we like to say, Tony.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be another close game, another classic. And I really like what Bacat and Love do for North Carolina. Boncharo is amazing for Duke, averaging over 17 points a game and 7.7 boards. I've been impressed with him. You have Moore as well. And obviously you just have Coach K, and I think that makes a big difference. Hubert Davis in his first season as head coach, taking over for Roy Williams. He was actually used to be an analyst at ESPN, and played for the Tar Heels back in the day. But I just look at this one. I think both teams like to score, and I could see, honestly, let's say North Carolina up 5 at half, and I think we're going to have Duke win by 4. And it's going to be 80-76. Coach K advancing to the national title game. Michael hit it right on the head. Tony, what do you got?
I mean, dude, I don't know about rigged. Honestly, like rigged.
I'm not saying rigged. I just think it just meant to be. That's my, it's more of a, manifesting.
Right. No, yeah, I think so too. I mean, there's no way, dude. Coach K, again, lengthy career, accolades, prestige, whatever you say. I mean, he's retiring. This is his time. This is his kind of final bout here. I got a second to win. Would you say 80 to what? 70?
80 to 76.
Ooh. Just for the sake of being different, dude, I'm going to go 82-72, 10-point victory.
Wow. So that's going to be something. We got these 2 games, Final Four on Saturday from the Superdome, and then we will get the national championship game Monday. So we'll have to preview that Monday. Basically, Tony, you're wrong.
It is rigged, he's saying. I gotta figure out what this
1,000, a million, quadrillion %.
3. It's that's 1,000,000% right there. And he says, "Look at Tony. You're damn right. Look at me, baby. Fucking Rangers all day." Chris Kreider, number 20, dude. This is one of my favorite jerseys. Obviously, my favorite player. On the back, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah,
it's pumped.
Let's fucking go,
ready to go. You're talking Kreider. Let's just go to the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come. Heaven, what a save by Vasilevsky. Are you kidding me? McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move. You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
We're staying in the Garden for this segment because we're going to be in the Garden tonight.
Let's go! As I once said at the 2017 ALCS, when Aaron Judge went deep, Game 4. So just remember that. But like I mentioned before, Tony wins. Tony wins the old pick segment. We said 94 games we picked. I went 52 and 42, 10 games over. Tony goes 14 games over 500, 54 and 40. Really just crushing it. So we got to give it to Tony. I mean, a job well done. But we do get a reset. It is a new day. I'm coming after this hard. And, I just, baseball coming up. It's going to be a little different. But I have to give it to Tony. A job well done. But we are excited.
Thank you, Barnes.
We are, on, like I said, to the new pick segment. And I was just thinking, before we obviously get to tonight's game, and of course, we're focused on the Rangers here. Really, last night, not a lot of favorites just winning. I mean, The only thing that really stood out is the fact that the Flames lost to the Kings. I mean, I was very surprised about that. That's the only game I lost.
I know, dude. Last night we both went 4-1.
Yeah,
which is just phenomenal, honestly. And but you want to talk about the Kings? Obviously, had to take the Flames to a shootout here in order to get the victory. But I mean, we've seen good performances from the Kings. I feel like throughout the season where they kind of play up against certain teams. But they just did really well last night, and it's crazy too because I feel like the Flames. I mean, the shots on goal were pretty even. The Flames had a nice power play goal. They were 1 for 3, which is again not the best that they've been doing, but Kings had nothing going on the power play. I think they were like 0 for 2 or 0 for 3, something like that. Really, it looked like the Flames kind of would at that point of the third period when they were tied. It looked like the Flames would at some point, like at any minute, really just take it away with the game. But they just never did. The Kings played some pretty solid defense. I think they blocked like 20 shots or something like that. I don't know if you have the stats in front of you.
Let me just take a look at this box score here.
Yeah, maybe I could too. Let's see.
They go block shots.
Okay. If you go to team stats, team
stats.
Block shots. LA had 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they played some good defense. They were clogging up those shooting lanes that Calgary takes advantage of all the time. And which is why it led to just a 2-2. Obviously after the third period, very unlike I feel like the Calgary Flames. But nonetheless, dude, I mean, you go to 3-on-3 hockey. It was the same deal. 3-on-3 for both teams seemed kind of sloppy last night. They got into the shootout, and at that point, really anything can go. And I think Peterson was the guy.
Cal Peterson getting the start.
Yeah, dude. You gotta love to see that, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm at this point, Tony, where I don't mess around anymore, and I just look at a team like the Los Angeles Kings, and you want to say, sure, like, you know, they played above expectations, their record's pretty good, but it's like, honestly, I don't know about you, but I feel like they're wasting my time because I just feel like they literally have no shot to win a title this year. So it's like, what are we talking about here? I mean, most likely a first round loss, possibly, you know, losing in 5 games, maybe. Like, I don't think they're doing anything. So it's like, why am I going to get excited about the Los Angeles Kings?
I mean, I can see what you're saying, dude, but I don't know. Playoff hockey, really, anything can happen. Like, if they're in there, they could steal a few games. They could make it to the second round. They could make a run, dude. It's possible. They're capable.
Just kind of curious here, you know, before we get onto tonight, just in terms of the Kings and the standings. All right, so let's see the West. So we're actually right now, they're the 4 seed, so they would match up with the Blues, but
Dude.
no, Blues have been turning the new leaf, Tony.
No.
I would say honestly, Blues in 5 easily.
No
Bennington
way.
doesn't get any starts. Enough said. And I think like this wouldn't even happen. Let's say, you know, they had to play like Edmonton. I think Edmonton would win in 5 games as well. I mean, I just looking at who I would feel confident them beating in a playoff series, I would probably say Dallas. That would be the only team. I think all the other teams that are in the playoffs right now in the West, Nashville, Colorado, Calgary, Wild, Predators, all of them would beat them in a playoff series. I don't have anything there. I'm sorry.
That's too bad, dude. Come on. Honestly, though, I feel like Edmonton, St. Louis, Dallas, those are all teams I could see them beating.
Dallas literally is the only one. Dallas.
Honestly, I would think Dallas not as likely as Edmonton, honestly.
Dude, Edmonton, dude, I'm telling you, Kane, the team chemistry through the roof, Tony.
The what, dude?
No, I just said that on purpose.
Great job to the both of you. Michael says yes. The bet is for bowling for the whole crew. And Anna Woodard wants to know who won the bet. Anna,
You're looking right at him.
Okay, I won the bet, baby.
By the hair of his chin. By the skin of his teeth.
Hold on, we got a little... Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
This is someone.
Oh, no, dude.
That's right. Hello?
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 Who's calling?
Who is calling?
I just want to say, you guys have a fabulous show. I love everything about it. It's very good, very educational. But I just had some breaking news from Brian Barnaby.
Wait, you say breaking news?
Breaking news.
Breaking news! Oh, shit.
LeBron James is out for the rest of the season.
Great, because I'm playing him in fantasy basketball. Trying to secure the win. Lakers season is over, so I applaud that. It's on the next season. A season that was a waste.
Have a good show.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, it's over. It's Yankee season. I don't need hear any basketball. Sure, I'll watch it. And I'm just telling you, great game in the NBA last night between the Bucks and the Nets. Bucks win. Giannis goes off making dad jokes at the postgame press conference. Giannis is the best. The Bucks are the best. They're repeating. I don't want to hear it. There's nothing to be said. It's just like the Kings. We're wasting my time saying other teams are going to win the championship.
Oh.
The only team that can give them a battle, the team they played last year in the finals, the Phoenix Suns, is Chris Paul forever cursed in the big spot. Time will tell. That's my take. Back to the game, son.
That's ridiculous. No, wait. Let's run it back a little bit more here to Michael's previous comment. The bet is for bowling for the whole crew.
We're going to a baseball game.
No, dude.
Yeah, no. We could do something separate for that, Michael. But we are going to the game, and I say, how about a baseball game for the whole crew? I mean, it's not like we're talking hockey tickets here. We can go to a baseball game for $10 a ticket.
That's true, dude.
Let's do it.
Yankees bleachers, outfield.
Done. Signed off. And I think no matter what, we just got to go to the stadium because, you know, the train, it's just easier to go.
No.
No. We'll still do the slight adjustment there, but we'll pick the venues for sure. But that being said, Tony, we're getting back to our picks. So just taking a look here as far as the total. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One common game. Let's make the common game the Rangers. We'll talk about that last, obviously, because we'll be there.
Oh boy.
But what do you got?
See, sorry, we just pull up the
Yeah,
games.
yeah, no problem. Starting fresh.
Starting fresh. Wow, dude, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Dude, Ducks, Coyotes. Oh man.
Wow.
No, I'm not gonna do that yet though. The Golden Knights did me some justice last night or 2 nights ago, whenever it was. Give me the Knights again over the Kraken. I talked about it pretty much the other day. The Knights are better than the Kraken in pretty much every category. It's gonna be pretty hard for the Kraken to beat them, honestly. So give me the Knights, low scoring, 2-1.
Love it. I'm gonna say all day. Give me the Tampa Bay Lightning at home against the Chicago Blackhawks. Taves wants to leave. Kane will get traded. And I think it's just done. It's over for the Blackhawks. They had their run 10 years ago, Tony. 10. They're not ready to compete right now. Lightning gearing up for the playoffs. What a save by Vasilevsky.
Wow. What a save by Vasilevsky. I like it, dude. It is kind of a shame to see the Blackhawks where they are right now, honestly.
Yeah, but it's
After
nice
the
that the
dynasty
Rangers
they
are like
had.
the best team in the league. So
I'm
happy with it. I'm not too
it's
sad
amazing,
about that
bro.
part.
No, of course not. I'm taking the Red Wings. I bet against them. I think the previous 2 times I had games with them, and they've been close games. I think it was against the Rangers, actually, was probably their closest. Yeah, it was the Rangers when they beat them 5-4. Fucking crazy, dude. They had good offense. They had some of the best one-touch passes I've ever seen. Just tic-tac-toe through the whole line. It was really phenomenal. Detroit has a lot of good guys here, and I think in the spot against Ottawa at home too is a no-brainer. Give me the Red Wings 4-1.
Not so fast. I'm just saying, watch out for that one. Potential upset spot.
Oh my god!
You know where there's not a potential upset spot? Picked them last time, got screwed. So staying away from them. Give me the Predators. I know every time the Predators, it's always a controversy. Play the Sabres. They're gonna win 7-0.
I can't believe you went with the Predators, dude.
Who's he? He's gonna have 2 goals.
Josie.
Josie, 2 goals.
What is it? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on Barnes.
Yep, shame on me.
So let's see, dude.
So it's either the Blues Oilers or the what is it? The Ducks and
Coyotes.
The Coyotes, yeah.
All right, dude. Give me the Coyotes. Why not? I feel like we haven't gone with them for a while. It's Keller. It's Kessel.
Vejmelka, dude.
Right, he's starting tonight. Love to see that. Although I feel like his performance kind of taper off a little bit, but no way, dude. Against Gibson is really not that much better of a goalie. I feel. Excuse me. I have a feeling Ducks off night. They just lost back-to-back against Dallas. They've I don't know, what are they on, like an 11-game losing streak right now?
Yeah.
This is Coyotes time. Give me the Coyotes 3-1.
Love the pick. Would have made it myself if you went the other way. I'm going Oilers over the Blues, and I know I just spoke of, the Blues are good, this, that, but Binnington likely to get the start tonight. Love Mike Smith over Binnington, and then I love this offense against Binnington. I think, you're going to have between the big 3, which we know is Draisaitl, McDavid, and Kane, I'm going to say at least 5 goals. So maybe 1 from someone else. So that would give you 6. Give me the Oilers 6-2 against the Blues, even though Tarasenko has 2 goals. So that'll leave, Tony, right behind us. We're going to be there in a couple of hours. The New York Rangers, baby. Woo! Facing the New York Islanders, a battle for the ages. Rangers looking to avenge their last game they played at home versus the Islanders, which they dropped. Islanders have been playing better after a tough start to the season.
They really have been.
Rangers have been on fire. 4-game winning streak. Chris Kreider looks like he might score 90 this year. Every game he's scoring a goal. Rangers getting contributions up and down the lineup. Vetrano making a splash since coming over from Florida. And then, of course, the best part of this whole thing, Shesterkin getting the start after the Gorgie game the previous time out. So how do we not love the Rangers here?
Dude, it is impossible not to. I know you mentioned the last time they played, the Rangers lost. However, they did not have those mid-season trade deadline acquisitions to kind of boost their offense. Kreider's got, 46 goals on the season? He's going to have 47 and 48 tonight. Okay, for Toronto with a goal. They didn't have Kopp as well, dude. Give me Kopp with 2 assists, Panarin 3 assists. I think there's gonna be a high-scoring game, despite how good Shesterkin is, and even Sorokin as well. I think there's gonna be a I forget the term you said the last time about offense, like a boom of whatever, dude. There's gonna be a boom of offense here tonight. It's gonna be an electric game,
offensive explosion. Bless you.
Thank you. It's going to be an offensive explosion tonight with Chaboys in the arena. They're not going to be there. Give me the Rangers here, 7-4.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And you know what else I'm pumped about? And, we didn't really mention this to the audience here. We're going to have some big names in attendance tonight. You think about it, obviously, he does the broadcast on the radio. Don LaGreca will be in the building. Hoping to run into him. Tony knows him well. I've seen him live doing a show before myself.
I met him before.
And I didn't realize that I thought the Islanders would be starting their guy. They're going with Varlamov. How do you say it?
Varlamov?
Yeah. It's Sorokin is the other guy, right?
Yeah.
So that, huh? I thought it was going to not be close with him in net. So with Varlamov, I think might be 8-1. Honestly, I just think they're going to be completely overmatched with Shesterkin. And if you notice, sometimes on these broadcasts, I'm wearing a hat, no hat in sight. You want to know why? Chris Kreider is going hat trick.
Hell yeah,
for
baby.
49 goals on the season. Uncle Frank with another goal. Give Panarin 4 assists as he continues to set the table. And you know what? I think Ryan Reeves wants to score another goal after having 2 way earlier in the season, not scoring at all, and then last game putting 1 in for the first goal of the game. Let's go Rangers. 8-1 over the Islanders.
Wow, dude.
We are fired the hell up.
Honestly, I hope it is a blowout like that, because if it's 8-1 in the third period, there's going to be some fights, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So riled for this. So, what a way to start off our pick segment. The new contest. Going to Yankee Stadium, I'm calling my shot like Babe did back in the 20s.
How'd that work for him?
What do you mean he homered? So really, really fired up, Tony. And it's just going to be a great weekend. Hockey, spring training baseball, obviously the Final Four, and then Thursday opening day.
Yeah, baby.
So pumped for the game tonight. You got anything else for me?
How could I have anything else, dude? It's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna do a Barnes takeover while we're there.
Oh,
for sure.
Several
baby.
takeovers.
So be on the lookout for that.
Be on the lookout for that. And as always, we appreciate everyone tuning in. We appreciate the calls, the likes, the subscriptions. Of course, check out all of our videos on the YouTube page. Get some merch, downtimetv.com. Everybody enjoy the games. Enjoy the weekend. Tiger next week at the Masters. We didn't even get to mention that. And we will see you on Monday.
Let's go Rangers. Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do.